affirmations and do my live feed, but for some reason I couldn't do a live feed, so I'm just going to do a video. And what it got me thinking about was that so much history in this building. It's absolutely beautiful. And it reminded me of a conversation that I was having with somebody not so long ago, and they were talking about the fact that they never went to go and see a therapist. They never went to go and see somebody to dredge up all the past, that they wanted to stay in their present and focus on their future. And my comment to that was, that's all very well if you're really, really sorted and you've had no traumas in your life and you've had no shocks in your life that are impacting you in the now and preventing you creating the future that you want. But the fact is that I don't know anybody who hasn't had that situation. So from my understanding of trauma work, whenever we've had a shock and whenever we've had a trauma, whether that's a big T trauma such as abuse or an accident or a major death, or something little, which is, it could be anything. It could have been slapped on the hand when you're a little child and you perceive that in the wrong way. That the energy of that trauma and that shock will be held in your body. And the only way that you're going to release that is actually to do the work on releasing it from that memory, from that event. So I don't consider this work that I do, dredging up the past and focus on the negatives. I view it as very much a releasing of energy that is no longer required and which is preventing you from creating the life that you want and preventing you moving into the person that you know you really are, but you've just got all these layers on top of you that are preventing you from being that person. So when I do the work with people, with the clients that I work with, it's really important to go back to the energy that's been stored in your body, and your symptoms are telling you where that energy is, because your symptoms are going to be created by that held energy. So I don't have to know the stories, so it's not a question of having to dredge up people's pasts and get them to wallow in their misfortune. It's not about that. It's about recognizing the actual mechanics of what's going on. If you've suffered a shock, if you've suffered a trauma, and you haven't been able to release that energy in your body at that moment or shortly afterwards, then that held energy is going to be causing some disruption in your body. And you will see that by the symptoms that you're experiencing. So it's not about dredging of the past. It's not about being negative. It's about being positive. It's about loving yourself to the point where you know you can be the bigger, the better, the brighter, the more vibrant person that you know you can be. And you just have to just clear and release those energies that you've got stored inside you. So that's all it is. I mean, you're loving yourself to the point that you're actually taking action and you want to release that. It's very much like an analogy is, if you've got a cup of dirty water, it doesn't matter how much clean water you keep on putting in that dirty cup of water, the clean water will always be tainted by that dirty water. So it doesn't matter how many positive thoughts and affirmations you have. If you've got programs in yourself, in your belief structure, that are contrary to those positive affirmations, the one that's got the most energy, the one that's got the bigger energy, is going to taint the other one. And oftentimes it's the negative belief, it's the disempowering belief, which is going to have the greater energy. So the only way you're ever going to have that clean water staying as clean water when you put it in a cup is to actually clean out the dirty water, to clean out the dirt there. And in the same sort of way, the only way that you're going to keep a positive affirmation in is if you've got a clean cup for it to go into. And your body is like that vessel. If you've got a perfectly clean, free, beautiful vessel with no disempowering beliefs, no disempowering views in the world, then yeah, keep on putting the positive stuff in. But if you have any negative views on the world, if you've got any disempowering beliefs, it doesn't matter about how many times you put a positive on, the one with the stronger energy will always work and will always come up tops. And if you're not achieving the life that you want, whether that's in your health, in your wealth, or in your relationships, the chances are you've got a few little dirty bits in your cup and you need to clean those first. So it's not about dredging up the past. It's not about being negative. It's about being realistic about what is actually happening in your body and doing something about it. So from this very, very beautiful room with the king and queen behind me, where our history has actually is beautiful, our beautiful history in London, I'm going to say good night. So have a lovely evening or day wherever you are, and I shall see you again soon. Take care.